What's good, everybody? It's me. It's Max Zenas. I hope you're all feeling well. That's an airplane. If you I live not too far from an airport, so it is what it is. I'm outside. It's a beautiful day out. I actually started to record something yesterday, then I ended up deleting it. I don't usually do that, but I realized, like, when I haven't done this in a while, I'll have so much built up that I'll allow myself the space to ramble. I don't know if other tarot readers on here do this sometimes. Sometimes I'll just record myself rambling nonsense. It's not nonsense, but sometimes I just record myself rambling all the things that I let build up, and then I'll watch it back, and then I delete it, and I'll remember some specific points, and then delete it. But I actually just wanted to check in. I just wanted to check in and let everyone know that I am okay. Like, I am okay. Situation isn't quite where I want it to be, and sometimes I allow the frustration of that to, how can I say this, my response is like my natural, I would say my my natural response to being upset is quietness. Like, I get quiet and I get introspective, and I don't honestly have the best sense of time. So, like, I'll call myself taking time or taking a time out for myself, and honestly a whole month can go by without realizing it, and then you blink twice and then another 2-3 weeks went by. So there's that. So I was also a little frustrated that, you know, in your mind you sometimes will give your situation, you'll try to give your situation a timetable, like, okay, this should be done by this time, and it's like, that's not what's happening. So whatever. This is why I love nature. It's something I know it's not something I know I can walk to. It ain't cost me anything. I could bring a snack from home, and I could just go back home when I get hungry again. And so, let's see, we're at 2026. Happy Pride Month. Sorry. Happy Pride Month to everyone, to the whole Rainbow Coalition. Even though it's funny because the Rainbow Coalition is a term coined by the Black Panthers, but that's another conversation. But happy birthday to all the Geminis out there, and June Cancers. Take it easy on yourselves. June Cancers are so hard on themselves. It's okay to feel. It's okay to feel. We know you're a June Cancer, but you're a Cancer. Feel it through. Feeling it through will help you think more clearly, like you especially. And, right? I wanted to pull some cards, but I'm a little annoyed with the first two cards that came out. Because they obviously talk about heartbreak, blah, 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 stabbed into, like, this is literally the first two cards that came out. And maybe this is still residual from the last situation I dealt with. That's also part of my frustration. It's like, I like to deal with something in a way that it don't need to keep being dealt with. You know, it's better to uproot things than to trim things. So I will do that. But this situation just keeps rolling. It's like, all right already. And however, anyway, so maybe that's the energy you're into, right? I feel like a lot of people out here partying during Pride Month is probably partying off this energy. That's actually really, dancing is always a good remedy for a lot of things. This feels like maybe it was a twin flame situation. Maybe it was a literal fire sign or someone with a fiery personality. Because, I don't know, when I see this card, I see that lion. And maybe that's my own Leo rising. It's just like seeing myself. Maybe it was another healer, right? Because I'm a healer. I meet healers in community all the time. Right? The lovers. Someone that you were a lover with, maybe you wasn't like together. It's always, those weird situations when you meet somebody and you're just hooking up and you wasn't trying to be serious, and then maybe things got weird and oh my god, that's so annoying, because this is absolutely not what I wanted to talk about, and it's not. It's funny because it's not what I talked about in the last video, but in the video that I deleted, I'm like, maybe this is Spirit's way of telling me to stop doing that. And then like maybe that doing that has something to do with this residual energy of like, let me say what these are. 10 of Swords, the Lovers, 2 of Cups. And like these two don't always come out together. That's why I'm like, this was likely a very intense connection, even if it were short. I've had one of those before. I'm still friends with that person. I feel like when you genuinely care about somebody, you handle drama differently than when you know what I mean? Like how people handle the hard times says a lot about how they really feel about you too, if you ask me. Right? Because all dramas don't look the same, do they? All breakups don't look the same. And I was definitely, and I told one of my first serious crush, I would say, I told her, you spoiled me just a little bit. And I'm like, and because it happened from such a young age, I guess I was under the impression, I knew everybody can't do this, but I didn't expect that practically nobody can do this. As she made a genuine effort to be my friend. It was like, things didn't quite work out. She was like, look, I care about you either way. I want to be in your life. I want you to be in my life. So I understand that you're mad at me. And it was like, how much time do you need? Because I kept saying, I need a break. And I kid you not, she would call me at 3 days. I'm like, I need a break. She would call me 3 more days later. I'm like, I need time, right? Then it'd be like a week would go by. Like, she's like, look, how much time do you need? I said, I need like a year. I'm like, and I promise you, 1 year went by and she hit me up like, look, it's been a year. What's up? And I was just like, that's somebody who genuinely cares about you. And they care about you enough to not want it to be a bad breakup. So I appreciate that. And maybe what I'm dealing with now is somehow in some way like related to the first one. I realized at some point I realized I did the typical guy thing. I did the typical thing guys tend to do. The first girl we buy flowers for, and she breaks our heart, and they were like, no more flowers for nobody, fuck this. Right? And that's a little silly. There's nothing wrong with learning from your first mistake. And there's nothing wrong with taking breaks. But I actually think I just stopped taking everyone so seriously after her. She and I talked a little bit about this just a few months ago, I think earlier this year. Sometime over the winter, if I recall correctly. And one thing I also told her is I appreciate the experience, because anytime somebody try to play those types of games, I catch it. It's like I've had my heart broke before. I had my mind played with before. What's the point of being the 10th person to try to do that? Like, what is literally the point of doing that? And which is also one of the downsides to looking younger than I actually am. And so, however old you think I am, you add 10 more years to that, right? So that's 10 more years of experience. That's 10 more years of dating. That's 10 more years of books that I read. So on and so forth. And maybe I needed to do some venting today too. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll admit, I did not want to talk about relationships. But I came across another tarot reader on here, and she was talking about, ancestors, and she, how some of the tarot readers would say, "Oh, I have a message for you. This may be for you, blah, blah, blah." And how they said something like, your ancestors want you to know that it's okay to let love in, right? So I feel like, and I think I've said this in other readings, that's also why I think I'm annoyed, because it's like, I don't want people to think that this is all I have to talk about. Because I really don't. But this is literally what came up, the first thing that came up. You notice I keep looking at the deck, because I'm like, what else do you want to talk about, Spirit? Maybe I didn't start off properly. Let me do the prayer first. Matter of fact, I want to start over and see what happens. If I get the same exact cards, then their ancestors. What did I used to say? And their spirit guides, ancestors, and all magical beings. What do you say? Ashe, ashe. Let's shuffle these suckers. But just to, since we started there, and I don't want to keep deleting shit, it's okay. It's like I hear them, my spirit talks to me up in here, and then it comes out in the card. That's why I was a little annoyed, because I'm like, I watched the tarot reader early this morning, because I couldn't really sleep last night, so I was actually up till like 5, 6 this morning. And that was the last thing I watched, was her tarot reading, and that was the message. Like, hey, we know you've been through a lot, and it's okay to let love in. It's okay to date again. It's okay to flirt again. And I honestly don't remember the last time I flirted with anybody. First thing that comes out is Queen of Cups, right? Queen of Cups. Being the queen of your emotions. And so it's, again, it's Spirit's way of saying, like, not just temper yourself, but it's the queen of emotions. Flirtatious energy is feminine, might be considered feminine energy. Attraction energy. Attraction energy is feminine energy, right? So it's like the idea of attracting someone to you and being flirty and being pulling is very much feminine energy, right? And so I pulled this in the reading that I deleted. I promise I won't do that all the time. But it's like, show yourself, get up on your high horse, right? We've done this, we've had these conversations before, and I guess it keeps me reiterating, probably because I'm not listening. Like, I'd be online scrolling, and I'm like, that event looks cute, and then I won't go. Because then it's like the closer I get to the event, the more I start thinking about crowds and weird energy. You know what I mean? I guess I start thinking about those old experiences, and I'm just like, because I can't afford it. I can't afford more setbacks. I can't. When I say I can't afford it, and that's the other part, right? Like, I don't mean like I'm gonna get depressed. I was like, no, I'm gonna turn into an a-hole. That's what's gonna happen. And last time I checked, that's not illegal. So, no, I like being a nice person. I like being a kind person. I like being a giver. I like being flirty. I used to be, actually, matter of fact, that speaking of my first ex, Ray, we'll just call her Ray. I was a lot more flirty around that time. I wasn't that great at it in general, but if I felt your energy and I really like your energy in particular, and then like my flirtation, it was like half flirtatious and half being honest. Half of being honest. Oh, I get butterflies when I see you. I just say the honest thing, but I try to say it in a way that sounds flirty. And I used to be the type to do cute things. Like, she literally lived like 10 minutes away from me, and I would mail her a card with a poem in it. You know what I mean? And I remember going to see her, and I guess they haven't checked their mail in a couple days. So she just so happened to check the mail the time that I went to see her, and she was like, she looked at it, and she looked at me like, "What, you mailed me something?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh," and then she just shoved it in her bag, and we gotta go. And so, I don't know, she was such a guy. Which is why, you know, she's with one, and I think that's appropriate. Man. You know what's also interesting? That's fun. I like that. It's on the back of the shirt. I think I'm gonna steal that idea. I've been seeing a lot more queers out in this park. I didn't think anybody knew about this park, and I honestly, you know what it is? I didn't always sit over here. That's what it is. This wasn't my first favorite spot, and I think where I was sitting before was a lot more avoidant, and this is one of the entrances is right here, so people who come in this way kind of have to see me. You know, one thing I love about women, how they will walk by you like 3 or 4 feet away, and you can smell all their girly shit. You can smell their hair, you can smell whatever, like, what do you call the sprays. Like, I love how femmes always smell like that them spritzes. It's wonderful. And so yeah, I guess allowing myself to lean into the idea of being that flirty again. It's crazy. It's crazy to be 44 years old and the few women you like, I don't like everybody all the time, and I don't flirt with everybody all the time. In fact, if you told everybody, "Oh, Z was so flirty with me," they would probably be like, "You don't flirt with nobody." Or it might be the opposite, where like everyone thinks I'm flirting just because I'm nice. But also, this is before transitioning, right? I'm a trans person, blah, blah, blah. And I think when I was perceived as being more feminine, every time I was nice, it felt like flirting. And I can't help but notice that, like, how I act has not changed that much, but how I look has changed. And so now people are like, we don't know what to expect. When in reality, they didn't know what to expect before either. You made an assumption based on the fact that I was a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? And so that wasn't convenient at all. I hated it. I actually did I'm going to do more. I did a whole post on this vlog about how I don't miss it. You go be the pretty girl. I'm over it. So, yeah, I feel like Spirit wants you to Yeah, like be in your Empress energy. I know this is the Queen of Cups, but that's also the energy that came out yesterday. Be in your Empress energy, be in your flirty energy, and be where people can see you. Hence why I'm sitting in an area where people walk by. Spirit wants you to kind of let yourself be seen again. Go outside. But not like this all the time, right? I'm kind of in the cut. You kind of have to go this way in particular to even run into me. And there's at least like 3 other directions you can go here. And I low-key felt like a lot of people couldn't really see this entrance, because like the main entrance is like that way. I feel like when people who drive see that main entrance, and people who walk tend to see this one first. But whatever, whatever. I just, I miss doing this, and I just wanted to chat with y'all. And so I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about dating again. To be honest, I've actually been abstinent. I've been abstinent for at least going on 3 years now. I've been abstinent for going on 3 years now. And it's so funny how you could be completely abstinent and there can still be rumors about you being a hoe. It's like, when? And also, I wish it were easier to actually be one, but it has not been that. It's not. Every time I call myself thinking I'm gonna try, everything that could go wrong does. And so I just realized I don't have that kind of energy, or maybe I'm not picking the right energy. I wasn't picking the right energies. Maybe, being this very high vibrational healer is just like, it's like when you really think about it, when we talk about people who are like Hollywood actors and actresses, and like people who are billionaires and trillionaires, I'm pretty sure it's hard for them to meet people too. Cause what are they gonna go to the local neighborhood bar? Like, you're a trillionaire. You can't really do that. You kind of have to pretend to be regular, right? Everybody know you got money, then everybody want to be with you for your money, right? So I feel like we have this assumption that people who are popular, or people who are good looking, or people who are high vibrational, like, just because we get a lot of attention, that we get a lot of the right kind of attention. And like, that's never the case. That's never been the case my entire life. It's never been the case my entire, like, not through elementary school, not through junior high school, which is why I would have like 2-3 friends that I would cling on to. If I found somebody who knew how to just be in their own energy and be neutral, we're not competing, you're not jealous, it's not weird. You know what I'm saying? Not talking shit about it. I could probably name on 2 hands, like, just like decent human beings that just wasn't trying too hard or trying at all, just being. It doesn't seem to be a thing. So like, maybe that's what I have been needing to vent about. I haven't been to a therapist in a while, because, no disrespect, but the last recommendation, like, because I told my doctor, actually I liked the first therapist, but I would have had to like go to another part of Brooklyn, and like, that's not the part about not having a lot of money. And I got to be mindful about how many trips I'm trying to take each week, because it costs $6 to go anywhere in the city. And I wish all that run around in the streets for a Knicks game, I really wish we could have that same energy for $3 Metro cards. I'm just saying. And then we wonder why shit like that they get away with it. Like, where was the protesting? Why are you in the streets only to celebrate? But that, okay, anyway. The other thing about dating. So yeah, I've been abstinent for 3 years. And the other weird thing about that is I feel like some people have romanticized that, right? In kind of a creepy way. in a similar creepy way somebody might linger around someone who's a virgin, right? So somebody who's been abstinent for quite a while, it kind of gives off this purity energy, and it makes people see. That's the Empress energy I'm talking about right there. It literally was already in my hand. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Spirit wants you to get in your Empress energy. Everybody wants to get with her. And the Empress needs to be around more emperors, right? I need to be around more high vibrational people. And that was actually part of the reason why I started doing the page, okay? I wanted to share my gifts, share myself, allow people to actually get to know me for real, because again, whatever reason, people may be intimidated by me or confused by me, as we are intimidated by confusion, right? People don't approach me. People keep trying to figure out what my type is from a distance. It's like, it don't matter what my type is if you're not gonna say anything. Like, it could be you if I like what you know what I'm saying? If I liked your approach, if I like what you had to say, if you approach me properly, at the end of the day, I probably won't care. I probably won't care if you are a cis man. I probably won't care if you're a trans woman. I probably won't care if you're a trans, you know what I mean? Like, what even is a type? I just feel like we need to grow up from that crap. I feel like teenagers have a type, and then you become an adult and you realize that's stupid. That's stupid. Oh, I have a type. Like, definitely not none of my exes. I had an experience with someone who I copied one of the other exes for whatever dumb reason. I'm like, I blocked her for a reason. Why would you approach me the same exact way she did? And did worse. And actually did it worse. And so I was just like, what is going on here? Watch the channel. Then if y'all want to get to know me, then get to know me. Watch this YouTube channel. So yeah, I guess that's also partly a confession. Part of the reason I'm on the YouTube channel, I have a YouTube channel, is I need more actually high vibrational people in my life, for friends, for romance. Maybe we could even be like drinking buddies, like somebody you meet up to have a beer like once a month. Like, that's okay. There's levels to this. Maybe it's somebody who can teach me how to play chess, and I can show you how to work with some tarot cards. And maybe you're somebody who likes to play ball, right? I don't want this to come off as desperate. I so hate the word. Matter of fact, somebody posted something online the other day, and it was like, oh, I have a question for the Aquarians. They're like, what are you looking for? And what are you actually looking for in a relationship? What are you actually searching for in a person? And all of us had the same response. Who's looking? What do you mean by looking? What do you mean by searching? Like, I don't do that. I just live my life, and I attract what I attract. And I pay attention to what I'm attracting. And when I realize I need to attract something different, then I move different. Right? When you want different, you need to do something different. And I tend to be very to myself. which is what I was starting to get at in that last post. In the video that I was recording, I recorded my rambling so I can like reform it into something less rambly. But that is what the ramble was about. It was about how the difference between figuring someone out and getting to know them. It's like, stop trying to figure me out if you're not trying to genuinely get to know me. That's a waste of your time. It's a waste of everybody's time. And if you just like my face, then again, watch the YouTube channel. Because some people just want to be in my face. That's why I put my face online more often. Because I'm like, you know what? Y'all just want to be in my face. So, you know what? Let me post my face more often. Now there's my face, right? That's what fell. Taking a leap, right? Maybe it's time to take that leap. Maybe it's time to shoot that shot. That's for me. That's definitely for me. They're like, yo, go shoot that shot. Get out there. I know I'm cute. I know people think I'm cute. And that's the catch-22. Right? That's the catch-22 about being an attractive person who don't focus solely on looks. It's dealing with people who are super focused on my looks. That's what they're really asking. When people are like, oh, what's your type? What's your type? Like, you're really asking me what I want people to look like. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're the ugliest bitch in the room. If you're the funniest and the smartest bitch in the room, I want you. How about that? Surprise. Surprise, no, you don't gotta be a supermodel to be my partner, my person. I'm also polyamorous. Although I've hardly had a chance to really practice it because, again, I've just dealt with so much bullshit. Like, oh my God, the bullshit. Oh, I'm poly. But every time you turn your back, your partner is trying to throw me shade, trying to get me to go away. That's so annoying. If you don't want to be poly, then don't be poly. Why would you agree to your girl dating me just to throw shade to me? Like, literally everybody go away with that. If you know you have insecure partner, don't invite me to your shit. Do not invite me to that shit. Oh, I'm polyamorous. No, you're not. You're bored. You're with somebody who's boring for the money. And now you need somebody fun to fill in the gap. Come on, that's compensating. Polyamory should be about building, not compensating. Oh, this one's a righty, this one's a lefty. Like, you're trying to build the perfect person. You're trying to build one perfect person with multiple people, as opposed to find multiple complete people. Like, come on. There's so many bad habits in dating, and people are just multiplying it by calling it polyamory. You're bringing your bad habit to 4, 5, 6 different people and calling it polyamory. We've shortened it to poly so much that we forgot about the amory. I am polyamorous because I have a large capacity to love. That's why I feel like I can genuinely love 2 people and no one will feel like they're missing something. That's why I'm polyamorous, because I've got a lot of love. I got a big heart and I got a big appetite, if you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm polyamorous, not for greed, not for because it's a cool thing to do right now, because one isn't enough. I'm sorry. One isn't enough. I have a fast metabolism. I don't just eat dinner. I eat an appetizer, I eat dinner, and I eat some chips, and I eat some kind of dessert after that. And 2-3 hours later, guess what I'm doing? Eating again. I have the capacity. I am polyamorous, not simply poly. No. There's y'all just being a player, calling it poly. No, I love y'all. I want to love you both. I can love you both. Stop inviting me to competitions. That's stupid. That's not polyamory at all. Actually, that is Hunger Games. Like, who do you think you are? Anyway, I just wanted to get that out. I guess I needed to get that out of my system. I'm dead ass. I am dead ass. I don't date because people don't know how to date anymore. We have one conversation and they go tell their friends we together now. Like, come on. And from another state. We never even went on an actual date. Are you kidding me? What the hell? Right? That Knight of Wands. That's that masculine energy too. Right? I think I feel like we had another Knight. Oh, we had another Wand. We had a 6 of Wands and a Knight of Wands and a Queen of Cups, right? Knight of Wands. I feel like that's that balance. Queen of Cups and a Knight of Wands. It's like, yes, be your queen, your empress. In other words, I'm the kind of person that, like, I'm chill, I'm relaxed. And when I see something I want, I do go for it. I generally do go for it. A lot of people are attractive, but not everybody. I don't feel attracted to everybody necessarily. You know what I mean? A lot of people are cute in the face. A lot of people got fat asses. You can't narrow it down by that. Like, that's why to me it's like choosing someone based on looks. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Everybody look good. Those are probably the kinds of people that do the most cheating. And all I had to do was look good to get some. Of course you're sleeping with everybody. They're cute. They're cute. They're cute. Everybody's cute. I need to get to know you, or this is not happening. And if you're scared to approach me, then watch my channel. Okay? If you're scared to approach me, then watch the damn channel. That's all I'm saying. There's a comment section. I think you can get messages here. But I also posted my Instagram. Yeah. I have TikTok that I have been neglecting, but Instagram is probably the one I would respond to the fastest. And I think my email address and my Instagram is the same thing. That's my jacket. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, this little thing popping up, I've been using my windbreaker to literally break the wind. It's windy out and I want to make sure I can hear me, and I hope I'm projecting well. Thinking maybe I should have brought my dragon cards with me, but I've been playing around with a new deck. I haven't quite read the whole thing yet, but I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll pull one card. Then again, I forgot. This book is kind of long. This book is kind of long. Never mind. Let's see what we got here. See how many cards we picked so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like 7, so let's go for one more. Let me make sure they don't fly away. And so yeah, it's been weird. Like, I guess there's a part of me that doesn't want to admit that I'm scared to date. And maybe I've convinced myself that I'm just like keeping boundaries, but I don't know, I guess the tirade I watched this morning got to me a little bit. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in, right? Like, go outside and play. This is, again, more Leo energies. Also, yeah, the sun is definitely Leo energy. What is that? It's a baby riding a horse. Okay? You don't got to be a tarot reader to see what's happening here. Fun shit. They're like, be fun, be a kid again. And so, you know what's interesting? That this card is, right? The knight is also on a horse. This person's on, like, this is kind of a similar energy to this 6 of Wands, and this sun card is kind of a similar energy. This one is like, show yourself. Like, you know, he's got that reef up there. He got the reef around his head. I actually feel like this person accomplished something, and he just like, look what I got. It's kind of like you win a trophy, and it's like, there was just a parade, I think, for the Knicks. People have been outside partying, celebrating the Knicks. Oh, I think there's going to be a party this weekend to celebrate the Knicks. I ain't going to that though. It's not that serious for me. We really be throwing parties with basketball teams, but then complaining about a Pride Month. Like, okay, sure. As if we can't go to whatever other party and, you know, whatever. I feel like this is more playful, right? This is like, go ahead and show off. Go ahead and show yourself. And this is like, don't forget to play. Don't forget to be a kid again. Frolic. Shine your light. Be the sun. People love to do this analogy. People love to say this analogy like, the sun just be shining, right? Like, sun don't apologize for shining, right? If you want to stare at the sun and literally blind yourself, the sun's not going to stop. Oh, let me dim my light because I'm afraid you're going to blind your eyes. Like, no, look away if this is too much. Just look away if this is too much. They're like, shine, 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 shine. Shine, 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 shine all the way. Turn that light all the way up. One thing that's been happening in my apartment lately is I think we're having some wiring issues. You know, these old projects. I think we're having some wiring issues. So one thing that's been happening lately is the wall lamp. It's a wall light, you know, a light that comes out the wall. The wall light has been flickering lately. And I just feel like that means something. Like, pay attention. Like, I feel like Spirit's been needing me to pay attention to something. And yeah, like I said, I watched that other tarot reader this morning, and the message she gave, it moved me. I paid better attention. I guess it's kind of like, you know, it's like when you're so used to being dismissed, I guess it makes me more dismissive of things too. It's so funny. I came across someone on Instagram, literally just scrolling, and someone on Instagram was like, one thing people don't understand about Aquarians detachment. They said Aquarians are detached because we're so used to being ignored that it's like, if you're gonna ignore me, I'm gonna ignore you back, kind of type thing. It's kind of like we're used to people doing that, and I really am. People always meet me and they're that whatever that hater thing. It's like they have a switch inside of them. It's like my hater. It's like they have like hater powers that like fuels them. I come near them. People like me from afar, but then they hate me from up close. And then it's like, okay, you can go back over there then. Like, I guess I'm so used to being ghosted that I'm not going to stop you. People ghost me. People dismiss me. Whatever. I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I think maybe my becoming more dismissive also, I guess, not also. Not I guess. I suppose is affecting my love life. Because I do dismiss people kind of quickly too. Especially if you look like you don't know what you want. Like, I mean, that's fair. I know that right there is fair enough. But also, I tend to not flirt. Yeah. I'll meet you. I'll think you're interesting. And maybe I'll start such a casual conversation that you don't realize I like you. And part of me is not flirting because I don't want to get my hopes up or yours. It's kind of like, can we just have a conversation? And then reality is they can totally say no to that. On their end, it's like, are you flirting or are you not? And so I know they're not wrong. It's like they're not necessarily wrong of being dismissive of me, but I'm so used to, I guess I got so comfortable being by myself, especially like maybe in the beginning of when I decided to be abstinent. I definitely I was just like, you know what, no, I don't care. Oh, that person looks like they want to flirt with me. It's like, hi, nice to meet you. Then I would just go about my life. I kid you not. Hey, can I call you? I ain't got no phone. I literally don't turn on my phone, just so I have the excuse. You can't call me. I'm part of the reason I'm also not just venting. I'm sharing for the sake of sharing, because maybe this is something. It's like if I can vent on behalf of both of us, if this is helping you get some of that venting out your system too, if you are watching this and thinking, hell yeah, I do that same thing. It's like, well, look, if you are grown and want to be each other's wingman and you live in the NYC area, maybe we can even help each other out. If you're somebody who's not overly competitive, Not that I can't do things by myself. I love doing things by myself. I'm tired of people thinking. See, that's me going back and forth. I'm so tired of people. You know, when people see, when you make yourself available, people act like you're looking, and it's like, no, I wasn't looking. I was just open to the possibilities, and you assumed I was desperate or some shit. Like, god damn. So annoying. Yeah, so yeah, I've been through a lot of shit. I've actually been through way more than people think that I have. And, well, way more than they know because they don't ask. And like I said, it's my YouTube channel, so I'm volunteering the information since people act like they don't know how to damn talk. Literally, like 4 cars fell when I was shuffling, and I didn't even realize. It's so funny. See, this is the energy I'm venting, right? I literally swear it's like we're letting it go, right? This is the energy I'm venting, right? The conflict, the turmoil, the stress, the staying up at night because we're stressed, the being this like 5 of Cups, the crying of a spilled milk card. 5 of Cups is the crying of a spilled milk card, right? He's so busy mourning the 4 of Cups, he forgot he has 1 more cup, right? So Spirit is constantly reminding me, like, yo, you got 1 more cup. Like, you can do way more with that 1 cup than you think you can. Like, somebody walked past earlier with a shirt that I like, because I was in the house, like, experimenting with, like, making some shit, you know what I'm saying? And this last card is trusting your intuition, right? So we trusted our intuition, right? We was dealing with this bull crap, and sometimes you gotta walk by faith and not by sight when there's conflict like this, right? So we've been walking by faith and not by sight, and Spirit is like, you did it. Like, you're out of it. You're out of it. Show yourself. Flirt. Flirt. Put your Sunday best on and go outside and let people see how cute you are. I find it no coincidence. The last 2 days, more people than ever has been walking past here. Like, this park is usually fairly empty. Like, there's usually people early, and then you don't see them anymore. Which is part of the reason why I be sitting here. Nobody be over here. But I noticed yesterday and today, it was like as soon as I sat down, so many people. It's surprising me since it's like when I was walking in, I didn't see anybody else walking in. You know what I mean? But it's like as soon as I sit down, here comes somebody, here comes somebody else, it's like once you get out this path, it's pretty open. You know what I mean? It's like, how did I not see you coming with me? It's like they just appear out of nowhere. It's I don't know. I love the magicalness of nature. I feel like anything can happen in the woods. What's so funny about me being like so to myself and keeping everything to myself so much is like there are literally people out in the world pretending like we're together. I'm pretty sure there's people in the world who's telling people we're together, and it's other people in the world are telling them that we're talking, and other people, it's like everybody's believing all the bullshit, I guess because I didn't volunteer otherwise. And part of my rebelliousness is like, well, I'm not going to tell you. If you're going to be dumb enough to believe the bullshit, then have fun. But on the flip side, it wouldn't hurt for me to be more out if I expect to actually meet someone one day. I guess I should actually be someplace for them to meet me, right? So that's interesting. So yeah, they're like, let that old shit go. You got new. And then sometimes you need a venting session, like what I just did now. That's okay. Isn't that funny? Like literally while I was venting, I literally dropped all that energy. And then this shows up in the end, the stability. The partner, the castle, the stability, right? Whether it be literal or metaphorical. Maybe you don't want a literal castle, but it's about that person. I literally just said, there's someone for you. It's no one from the past. It's no one from the past. But one thing these cars also have in common, it's like when I open it up like this, there's two colors I see the most. That is orange and blue, right? I feel like we talk a lot about orange and blue, orange and blue, orange and blue, right? The sacral, as in self-expression, especially sexual and creative self-expression, is very sacral. And the red and orange is like very sacral, very roots. And blue is, it's funny because just before I was actually gonna come out in a black shirt. And at the last minute, I was like, I want to wear color as opposed to black. Blue as in throat chakra. As in what I said about how I used to flirt more. I used to actually talk to girls more and give them confidence. I like giving girls confidence. I love femmes. Like, let me be more clear. I am attracted to all femmes. If you are more feminine than I am, even by this much, I could totally be attracted to you. Could I hook up with a trans man who's not more feminine than me? Probably. But my issue with hookup culture is that it didn't need to become a culture. It didn't need to become this brainless, heartless, spiritless culture. Like, even hooking up can be a beautiful thing. It's like we don't have to. It's like again, it's not, to me, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Are you hooking up to push down your emotion? You know what I mean? Are you using it the same way you use drugs to numb your emotions? Or are you somebody who's not numb and loves connecting and loves touch and affection and loves and admire beautiful people? You know? Like, for me, it's like I'm a sharer, I'm a connector, I'm an Aquarius. We're as much people persons as we are loners. I liked my solitude, but I also like my crowd. That's why I'm a DJ. Part of the reason I became a DJ is because it was a way of connecting with people, but like it gave me a chance to kind of take a step back, because it's like being in a crowd, a large crowd of people, that can feel very overwhelming. I'm being honest. It's like I like being around the crowd. I don't always want to be in the crowd. And I actually went to bartending school before I went to DJ school, because I'm like, I like this. I just don't want to be here. I don't always want to be in the middle. So I was still coming out my shell. Like, I was younger, much younger, still learning to come out my shell. And so the DJing for me was just a way for me to connect with a large number of people without them being all up in my face at the same time. And I love the feeling that through this channel, through these speakers, I can set a tone that my goal in any time I DJ is I want you to leave here, I want you to feel sexy. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel sexy, regardless of what you got going on. I want you to feel like you can release there. I want you to feel like you can let go there. I want you to feel like I left it all on the dance floor, and you go home and you fall right to sleep when you hit that pillow, or you brought someone home with you, or someone's home with you, and y'all enjoyed yourself until the next day. You know what I mean? Like, I actually thought all the way through these scenarios when I'm out there. I didn't just play some music and have some fun. I wanted to affect your mood. I wanted to affect your heart. I wanted to affect your gut. I wanted you to come out of your head, right? And so it's like, that's how I am in all my connections. I want you to feel love. I want you to feel free. I want you to feel like you could be everything you are here. Relationship, and I actually said this to my first girlfriend too. I mean, the first love interest, because we never made anything official. Because people used to, there was this one ex who used to say things like, man, relationships are hard. Relationships are hard. Like, bitch, I've known you for only 4 months. Like, what are you talking about? There's not even a whole relationship yet. It's almost like she's anticipating it's going to be hard before it even turned into a relationship. And I'm like, that's really up to you, right? It's only as hard as you make it. It's only as complicated as you make it. Relationship can feel like a ball and chain, or a relationship can feel like wings, right? I want our relationship to feel like wings. I want you to feel like you can fly. And unfortunately, one of the things that come with that is, like, if I'm dealing with somebody who is in too much ego, right? They'll get those wings and they fly off away from me because they are feeling themselves so much they forgot who gave them the wings. So that's what I deal with a lot. That's what I've dealt with a lot. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to all my wings for a little while. I mean, why do you think I got my arms out? I'm showing off. I've been working out like hell. Shit. Oh, man. I actually think I did pretty good here. I think we've been up here for like a solid hour. That's really good. That's really good for an hour. Let's see if Spirit has one more card. I don't think they do. I think Spirit is happy with what we did here too. So, is there anything else you want to say, Spirit? Is there anything else? I mean, if I keep shuffling, they're just probably gonna keep reiterating more of the same stuff, right? Right? Yep. So I literally just picked these two at random. Random, but not so random. And I feel like we've seen these two cards before in another reading, right? That Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. It's like, basically someone with experience starting new. Like, yes, we're older, right? I'm in my 40s. I've had some experiences. I've lived. I've learned, right? You're a queen. You're royalty. Which also just kind of represents just like maturing. You're trusting your intuition. You're one with nature. You understand. You've matured. Okay. Like, I'm 5 minutes away from the door. You're talking about you got half a minute. Okay. And so, wands represent fire. Fire represents movement, action, masculine energy. And as we mature, we understand what actions to take and when to take them. Right? Who to take action with, what action to take and who to take them, right? You meet somebody that's not a vibe, you can cut them off immediately. You meet somebody who is a vibe, boom, boom, boom. So Spirit is like, you know enough, you've learned enough now to just go start over. Go be a page again. Go learn how to flirt again. Go learn how to... You know what's funny about that? I actually know a guy. I know a guy where he became a life coach, self-proclaimed life coach, no offense. But because he's somebody who's not shy to literally hit on women, walk up to women, say what he needs to say. It's literally just, he's not shy. I actually know his sister, and she's the same way, because I actually think their father is that way. So it's kind of conditioned for them to like not be afraid. In life in general, like not being afraid and going for what you want. I think their mom and their dad might have that in common, right? So he became a life coach. In other words, he turned it into money. He became a life coach where he coaches men and how to get women, like how to be honest. And what I appreciate about him, he's basically teaching them it's okay to be honest. That you don't gotta have these weird, you don't gotta fake what money you don't got. You don't gotta, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta be fake. You ain't gotta be corny. It's okay to be realistic. If you hit on that girl and she's not interested, she's not interested. Find another girl. And so, like, move on. So I feel like there's a certain, basically, realisticness to it. It's like, if you trying to hook up, then tell the girl that's what you want. And if that's not what she wants, find another girl, right? So it's like he's a player, but with an actual decent, mature spin on it. I'm just bringing that up to be like, I'm just thinking about how funny it is how it became a thing, and he's somebody I know, and probably assume that I don't need that kind of help. So like maybe I need to hit him up again, because I feel like we can do something fun together. But anyway, to summarize, we got to put ourselves out there. You know, maybe I'll even take this vlog with me. Maybe I'll do a better job at making this look like a full vlog and not just a tarot channel. Because honestly, I didn't feel like separate. I started in the beginning to think about, oh, maybe I'll just do tarot here and do something. I'm like, that's that Capricorn placement in me and over compartmentalizing, and I still have that habit every now and again. It's just easier for me to just put everything here. And so yeah, like spirit, we've been reiterating this probably since last summer, or at least maybe last fall. Okay. And so yeah, you know, good luck with everything. I don't even like to say good luck. I need a better, I wish you the best with everything, right? Take it one flirt at a time. You know, maybe I'll do something different and just like flirt with everybody that's cute for practice and see how that works out. Like, is that a thing? Can I do that? Is that wrong? I think in a party setting, that's not so wrong. All right, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know. And I don't know, maybe I'll find some ways to bring you with me. I don't know. All right, y'all. Peace out.